Hey, we're facing Allewri. I don't really know how to say that. And this is round 2. We've won the die roll. I faced this person a bunch in the past, and they like Ancient Tomb decks, so I faced them on Dragon Stompy, and I've also faced them on Sneak and Show. This hand isn't really great against either, but I think we're going to lean a lot on Brainstorm here. We're going to try this. We're going to lead off with Thoughtseize, which is so much better than Cabal Therapy in this situation. Turns out they're on Dragon Stompy. Going to take the Chalice. Because if we take the red source, they can still play stuff later. And Chalice stops her Brainstorm from being effective. Sure, you can have an Ensnaring Bridge. We might actually end up sending the empty back here. Maybe not. I think we want to keep the basic island. Now we'll search up a swamp. Ooh, they hit. Okay, so this empty is going to be fairly bad. In case they draw a land, I want to put them in a spot where we can still attack. Yeah, they drew a land there. Yep. Sorry, they just didn't play the land we knew about. I think where I'm going to hold the line side, I'm going to play around some possible Fiery Confluence. I'm okay with that. Infernal Tutor or Burning Wish? Alright, we have lots of outs. Chandra's going to shorten our clock. Come on, deck. We're actually pretty close to death between the Pia and the Chalice. I think we're just dead now. Maybe he's 1 damage off. He can deal us 6. So we're dead next turn if we don't draw something. This is it. Boom. It's about time. Thank you for the red source. So if we Infernal Tutor, and then Burning Wish, that's from 5's from 6 is Tendrils, so there's no need to cast the Duress. Woo woo, we won game 1. That's how we do. Mark that in our spreadsheet. Okay. So I would rather have discard than cantrips in these sort of matchups. The late game they're worse, but you're really focused on the early game. And we get to keep 1. Is 1 better than an Empty the Warrens? I think I'd rather have an Empty. Empty really isn't that good in the matchup, though, because of Fiery Confluence. But Empty does help you play through Chalice of the Void. This hand is just begging to lose the Chalice, in my opinion. I think we have to ship this. And they've kept... Yeah, we have to mull that. I don't like this either. Yeah, it just doesn't play Magic. You have to mulligan that. Alright, lands and spells. We're going to bottom this because it doesn't beat Chalice. If it's Trinisphere, that's going to feel a little foolish, but hopefully they can't cast Trinisphere on turn 1. We're going to hold the Duress. Because if they drew a Trinisphere or something there, they would have just cast it. Sure, you can have a bridge. There's just no reason to cast anything yet. We're going to fetch up a basic, though. Within our deck, we've drawn enough lands at this point. Our opponent's drawing like nothing but lands this game. Okay, I'm gonna bite. I've been sitting on the Burning Wish in case we need to use it for Pulverize, but I think we're in a point where we should just Burning Wish or Petition and try to win that way. And now they're gonna play Trinisphere. That was pretty good. We still have a land drop, which is important to remember. So we can cast Ad Nauseam with 0 mana floating. And then we can Chain of Vapor the Chalice and then win. As long as we reveal a land. I'm going to stop there. All 5 lands in play. I don't know if I agree with our opponent's start, because it looks like they could have played it on 1, but it's tough to tell sometimes against TES because we do play so many artifacts. But I think just like stopping us from casting cantrips and rituals and stuff is probably a little bit higher impact. And that's the match. So far we're 2-0. We just beat Dragon Stompy. We're on track. Let's see if we can keep up the pace.